Hello and welcome to Auto TV. Do you sometimes wish that your kids would watch less TV or basically spend less time on the computer and spend more time, well, making friends, running around the house and basically having fun? And at the same time, do you sometimes wish that your car had a built-in LCD screen for your kids to watch TV when you go on long journeys? A little bit of a paradox, but this is what goes through the minds of many a parent. So, what happens next? You could of course install a LCD panel on the back of this headrest, so your kids can have a little watch of whatever they like these days. Ben 10 maybe, hopefully Sesame Street, at least that's not as bad as Barney the Purple Dinosaur. But this costs lots of money, one thing, and it's not something which you can take on and take off as you like. And the LCD panel, well, the LCD panel is fine, but you still need a DVD player or some sort of player. If not, the LCD panel will have no input. So basically, that's a little bit of funds just so your kids can have some fun in the car. Well, what we thought of was to use what we already have to solve this problem. So when you go on a long drive, 5-6 hours back to your hometown for Christmas, Chinese New Year, Hari Raya or Deepavali or whatever other festive season it is, what you could use is a mobile phone. What we are going to demonstrate it with is a Nokia N8 because we have one, and basically because it has a bright AMOLED screen, as you can see, and it's 3.5 inches, which is big enough to watch something a few feet, 1 or 2 feet away from your face. So what we are going to do is use this as well as something like this. This is the normal clamp you would use when you're using GPS, and this is normally what you would normally stick this in front of the windscreen. So what we did was we took one of these little things and we actually already installed it here. So this is basically more or less eye level to what your kids would be or how they would be sitting when they're at the back, probably when they're on a child seat. So with the N8, you can just basically put it here, not much of an issue. And it can actually play a couple of movies pretty loudly as well. Let me demonstrate how loud it can be. Let me go to the album that we have prepared for this, so that there's some movies here. This is Transformers from the 80s. This is about half volume, or a bit more than half. As you can see, the screen is not full, but what you can do is basically tap up here and it becomes a full screen. It's very clear as well, and it basically plays any kind of media, video media format, because when you transfer movies into the N8, it'll ask you whether you want to convert, and you might as well say yes, because when it converts, the file size is much smaller, and well, it also becomes a completely playable file. If you were to just simply toss in a file, it may or may not play. And if it's too big, well, it's going to, I think it probably would eat up your battery and probably would maybe even hang your phone. So what happens next is, I'm going to press stop on this first. You put it here, start play, let the kids watch. You can drive in peace, you can talk to the wife, or basically you can almost ignore your kids while they are happily watching Barney the Purple Dinosaur making a big fat dinosaur making a fool of himself, and the kids are laughing, so that's cool, as long as the kids are happy, right? But this has a fantastic use for adults as well. Imagine your, say, drive-in movies almost do not exist now, right? No one goes to drive-in movies anymore, and as far as I know, there's none nearby where I live, or even maybe none in my country. So what you can do is basically sit in your car, watch a nice movie with a loved one. I'm not going to say what kind of loved one that is, use your own imagination, and basically watch a movie. But I'm not going to be so kiddie in the sense that we are going to watch something just off the N8, because that's really not exciting. What we are going to do is watch something from 20th Century Fox, and what we are also going to do is, I'm going to press back first. I'm going to just go back to this screen here. Go to my trusty old, as you can guess, my trusty old FM transmitter. Turn it on for a bit. It's now on. I'm going to exit. go back to my nice movie. I'm sorry. Go back to my movie. So right now it's playing. If I were to turn up the volume, you still don't hear any music, or you don't hear any sound because the FM transmitter is now transmitting. So I'm going to put it over here, right? I'm going to turn the radio on. Okay, the radio is on. You hear a little bit of static because I've pressed pause on the movie, so there's nothing being transmitted right now, but the transmitter is on. And I'm going to press play. This is a good part. What you get when you pipe this through the FM transmitter is a really cinematic effect, which is cocooned in your little car, creating a pseudo surround sound kind of system, which you can basically just sit back, watch a movie with someone you love, even when a drive-through is not available. So I'm just going to press play again, maybe just finish off this show since it's Star Wars and all that. And so thank you very much for watching Otto TV.